What is up, guys? The only Soda here, and I'm doing a deck profile over my questionable plants. Basically, this deck revolves around using the plant engine, the junk doppel engine, and question. Basically, I'm just mixing a bunch of synchros and then using question because it abuses the graveyard so much with things like debris dragon, junk synchron, monster reborn, anything like that. Just a pot of average. Just so many things abuse the graveyard. So I decided it'd be great. So let's just get started. I run 2 card D because draw power is very necessary, because remember, this is still a competitive deck, but it's just added in like question just to make it a little bit trolly, and it's a lot fun to play. And then 1 dandelion because it's dandelion and it's really broken. Then 2 debris dragon, so you can get back your dandelion, you can get back your effect veilers, you can get back anything. 2 doppel warriors because you run 2 debris dragon, 3 junk synchron, like Monster Reborn, like so many things get things back, so doppel warrior is definitely like a must. Then 2 effect veiler because it is a level 1 tuner, and because it's effect veiler, it's pretty effect veilery. And then 1 Gores, 3 junk synchron because you can get back so many things. You can junk synchron for your level eater, you can junk synchron for your spore, you can junk synchron by anything at all. So it's just, in general, anything junk synchron is just there to help. Oh, not to mention tuning words. Tuning words are a big part of this deck. And then 1 level eater, just because it's a level eater and helps you go for things like Quasar. 1 lone fire, just plant engine. 2 quick draws. I didn't play 3 because I didn't want to pitch something like a debris dragon or junk synchron just to get search or just to get a special summon, especially if I don't have something in the grave like a level leader or something to follow up on. So I just felt that it was only 2 would be perfect amount. And then 1 spore because spore is broken. And then 2 Trigodia because Trigodia is he's pretty much, you say, oh, level 4 in grave, I am level 4 now, I am level 5 now, level 2, okay, like, just everything you can imagine, Trigodia does it. You take damage, summon him out, level 10, right off the bat, and there's so many amazing plays you can do with Trigodia, it's great. Now, 3 tuning wear. Now, the reason why I play 3 is because if you open up a tuning wear, you normal summon, machine duplication, and then if you have something like a quick draw synchron, you can easily go into a road synchron and then draw 3. It's just a really, really good combo that I really like to pull off. Things like that. Just if you could just set it and then junk on it next turn, and then machine duplication. Like, machine duplication makes it really, really worthwhile. Then 1 unknown synchron. That's pretty much all the monsters, 24 monsters. You can see that on the left. But unknown synchron is pretty much for road warriors effect. Just that's it. 1 dark hole, 1 heavy storm. I'm just gonna go over the staples first. 1 mind control, 1 monster reborn, 1 pot of avarice. Okay, so I run 1 machine duplication, tuning wear for days. It's pretty much never a dead draw because drawing into all 3 of tuning wares are pretty hard to do. Like, even if you can get 1 out from machine duplication, I consider it a plus because it goes from your deck to your field rather than just being in your hand with the machine duplication. So it's definitely really good. I would also play Lance in this deck because Lance plus Junk Synchron, you can machine duplication him because he goes down to 500, but just in general. And then I play 1 for 1 because I run 3 tuning wares, 1 known synchron, 2 veilers, and 1 spore. Why? There's no reason not to play 1 for 1. 3 questions. Now, this is one of the engines of my deck. I run pretty much you run to the deck. If you're like, crap, I'm out of plays, you look in your graveyard, be like, oh, there's a spore on the bottom. Question. Boom. They're all like, oh, dandelion, nope. Spore, summon it, and then you go synchro again, and then just a lot of plays you can do with question. It's just a lot. It's also fun to use, but DN, it's a little bit less than satisfactory because they can just take screenshots of your graveyard after you use your first one. So it's like, oh, I know he has more than 1 question, so I'm just gonna screenshot his graveyard. It's really a douche move to do, but you know, people are going to do what they want to do, so. Then 3 tuning. 3 tuning is just your search, just pretty much there for getting your junk synchron, your quick draw, that's it. A good thing to note about tuning is make sure you know how many you have on the field. You don't want to use tuning and then be all like, crap, I don't have any targets, and then be all embarrassed and all that. And then I just play the Solemn Brigade. because I play so little traps, I just want to be able to side out into a Decree or Soul Drain, just increase my count up. So I don't really want to use too many traps because this is all about exploding. So for my extra deck, this is pretty much the most important part of the deck. I run 1 Catastor because he is Catastor. 1 Armory Arm level 4 because you can go into things like Spore, Dandelion, anything that just requires that. Junk Synchron into Tuning Wear, you can go into Armory Arm, just a lot of things. And then Black Rose because it's Black Rose. Any Synchro deck needs Black Rose. Drill Warrior because if you pitch Dandelion for Quick Draw, then you can easily just take one of the tokens and go into level 6, which is Drill Warrior, because he does have to have replace Synchron in the name. So there we go. And 1 Formula because that's how you're gonna make all your big plays. If you have like TG Hyper Librarian out, this guy, then you could just go into a lot of plays drawing. It's really good. And then 1 Iron Chain Dragon because a level 6, I prefer Iron Chain over Gaia Knight because they took Bryanek away. Bryanek was like the boss monster in every single deck, so luckily he is gone. I'm not going to say there's anything wrong with that because Bryanek was broken and I do think he deserved to be banned, but we have to find replacements for Mr. Debris Dragon. And at least he's a dragon, unlike Bryanek, the Dragon of the Ice Barrier. So next we have Junk Warrior. Junk Warrior, once again, for this guy, level leader, that's it. And then Magical Android, pretty much Magical Android Mistworm, because you need more tankiness. If you can go into it, I would go into it because it clears their field up. I'm not just saying go into it randomly, but if they have like some skip back row, just Mistworm it all, and then it'll be fine. Then Road Warrior, great for going into with Quick Draw, because once you go into him, you can get your Unknown out, or you can get your Tuning Wear out, and then just a lot of things. You can even get your Doppel Warrior out, just so many targets. But generally, you will find yourself going to this pretty much every single game that you can, because it's just really, really, really good card. It's an amazing card. Then 1 Scrap Dragon for the level without Quick Draw. And then I'm going to skip over these 3, and I'm going to go for TG Hyper Librarian. Pretty much, he's TG Hyper Librarian. Broken. Draw a card every time you Synchro. You Synchro a lot, so there you go. Stardust Dragon, because he's Stardust Dragon, and to go into Shooting Star Dragon. Pretty much Formula Synchron plus Shooting Star Dragon, or Stardust equals Shooting Star Dragon. And he is the outcome of Shooting Quasar Dragon. That's why I run so many level 5s in this deck. I run 4 level 5s, TG Hyper Librarian, Magical Android, Junk Warrior, and Catastor. And now that is why I want to make sure I have enough level 5s to go into Quasar. I don't go for Quasar in this deck. I just like, if it comes naturally, if I'm like I have 2 level 5s, I'll go for Formula, just like things like that. I just make sure I have the plays to go into Quasar, and then I will go into Quasar. So that is all I have for you guys today. Oh, wait. Before I leave, I have to go my side deck. It is a little bit scattered. It's kind of like a just in-the-moment thing, because on DN, you never know what you're going to go in, so I decided on 1 BLS. I don't main deck it because it is a dead draw, because I want to focus my main deck on getting those plays off, and then I'll probably only run BLS if I side in things like Electrovirus or Puppet Planche just to, like, speed up my deck. And then, 2 Max C, because if they're running things like windups, I want to make sure they don't actually OTK me. Like if they go their Shockmaster thing, I want to at least be able to draw a lot so I can get my monster plays off. They Shockmaster spells or whatever. So yeah, and then Puppet Plant, just good because as this being a synchro deck, Puppet Plant and Electric Virus are great for synchroing. If you guys didn't know that, it's like mind control. You just take their monster, synchro with it. La la la. 2 system down, because this deck is really weak against your guys. If you can't get your plays off really fast, then your guys will outspeed you and they will just massacre you to bits. 3 Decree, because I only run 3 traps there, it's so easily to be swapped out. So I played 3 Decree, and 3 Soul Drain, because this really loses to Dark Worlds. So you really need to stop their plays. Like, them having a graph on the field isn't as bad as them literally like being all like drag down, look at your hand and all that, because if you Soul Drain, they're not going to drag down. or I suggest not chaining this, just use it. It changes mentality at all. They're like, crap, I need to get rid of that get that off the field before I even do any of my plays. So, Soul Drain is really a big disruptor. Okay, anyways, now I am done. I hope you guys enjoyed this deck profile. It's a lot of fun to play. I hope you guys actually try and not deck this. I don't really care, but it's a lot of fun to play. I hope you guys start playing it. So, anyways, I am the only Soto, and I